Hi, everybody. This is Phil Sims, and you're watching Fresh Cookies.
What up, what up, what up? What's going on, everyone? Welcome to another Fresh Cookies NFL Kickoff. Week 15 already here. Can't believe it. Season's flying by. Hope all y'all doing good. Appreciate everybody already in the chat. I think we had the biggest week of upsets in the NFL so far. Everybody losing last week. All my sure bets. Not so sure. Appreciate everybody already jumping in here, though. Let's get it. Fresh Cookies. Appreciate y'all already up in here. As always, if you could, like and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it. We want to get this thing bigger, man. That's what she said. But seriously, I want to keep bringing y'all some good content, and we have a lot to talk about. Both the Chiefs and the Cowboys. Sorry, both the Chiefs and the Eagles losing this week. Are they still supreme? Yeah, but we're gonna have to talk about it. Hold on 1 second. You guys don't want that to look like that. You want it to look like this. But yes, it's the week 15 kickoff show. If you're in here, you saw the thumbnail. Patrick Mahomes bugging out this week. On the other side, Tommy DeVito balling out this week. Is it to say the big slice is now in candidacy for MVP of the league? Probably not, but still. Man, I'm sure you've seen everywhere this week Patrick Mahomes. Not too happy with that loss coming against the Buffalo Bills, but hey, should have won. And not sure if you've seen this clip, but all right, just to break down some basics. So we know that the Chiefs lost. Kadarius Toney, probably biggest bonehead play of the year, and that's saying something because he dropped 3 balls in their opener against Detroit. And I thought, hey, how could you screw your team over anymore? And yet he did. But yeah, the Chiefs losing a tough one, 20-17. To be honest with you, I didn't think the Bills were going to win this one, so I have to give credit to them. But I'll tell you, I mean, it was kind of after the fact, but who didn't want to give the Buffalo Bills credit initially? Mr. Patrick Mahomes the second. Just super frustrated. I mean, you guys tell me. I'll play some clips of Patrick Mahomes freaking out, but looks like more frustration towards his team more than anything. All right. People who I know aren't even avid football watchers watched that play and saw Kadarius Toney offside. So that'll be one of our poll questions for the show. Do you think Patrick Mahomes' frustration was genuinely directed towards the referees, or was he sort of, I don't even know if you call that passive aggressive because he was pretty aggressive, but was he kind of signaling that, towards his team more than the referees blowing the game for him? What do you think, huh? And now, do the Chiefs get home field advantage for the playoffs? Will they still look the same if they don't have home field advantage for the playoffs? But I'm sure you've seen this clip everywhere. It's been circulating. We go ahead and bring it up and let me know what you think. All right, we'll start from the beginning. All right, we'll even make it big. But actually, we don't need to because I don't like the resolution. But anyway, let's take a listen to the exchange between Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes after the Bills winning a great one.
I was fucking calling them for saying that. Offensive offside in that moment, man.
So, yeah, if you couldn't hear, pretty, offensive, offside, worst fucking call ever. Listen, it was an offsides. Like, come on, man. Um, kill this banner real fast. Um, yeah, I think that's pretty fair. It was a little bit of both, but definitely a little more towards the ref. Yeah, I don't like it. All right. It's not a good look for Patrick Mahomes. I don't want to say I'm not a fan of the Kansas City Chiefs because, winning one Super Bowl is hard enough. They've done it a couple times, even though, last one is whatever. Um, but it definitely had me feel some type of way about Pat Mahomes. You're talking about a guy. Uh, I feel like he's universally liked. It's really hard not to like Patrick Mahomes, but after this, I don't really care to see you win anything after that. And look, this is what happens. Patrick Mahomes, where art thou, dignity? I don't know. Do you guys think that the Kansas City Chiefs are in trouble though, or do you think they'll actually pick it up once the playoffs get here? Don't have a lot of faith in them. Ain't gonna lie. Ain't gonna lie. And listen, I think, you know, how do I put this? Well, I heard a quote the other day. Thomas Sowell quote said, when you get preferential treatment your whole life, ordinary treatment seems I forgot how he capped it off. Unfair, basically. Is that basically what the Chiefs are kind of going through right now? We've seen them be so dominant for so long that maybe, you know, I don't think the league predetermines these games beforehand, but maybe the lore has just worn off of the Chiefs with all the commercials and the constant coverage that I don't know. Maybe their lore has worn off. And not saying the NFL refs control the outcomes of these games. Sometimes they do. Um, Maybe fans are just over the Kansas City Chiefs. Like I said, they've gotten crazy coverage. They're on every damn commercial. So, is are we looking at the end of the Chiefs dynasty? I know there was some talks from Travis Kelce a couple weeks back that he might retire. So if Travis Kelce retires, um, I don't know. Do you guys think the Chiefs will still be as dominant, even though they have Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes? Do they need to go out and get a number one wide receiver, or can they fare with a couple guys that are maybe twos and threes on some other rosters right now? But do the Chiefs really need another playmaker to be good? What is going on with them this season? Is it internal? Is it all mental? It looks mental to me. Maybe somebody else out there has you know, a different opinion, but I just want to know what's going on with these damn Kansas City Chiefs. They look bad. Doesn't look like they're going to have home field advantage at all in the playoffs, so that's another thing. Do the Chiefs, if they don't have home field at all, do the Chiefs get out of the first round of the playoffs? Something to consider. But it's not like the Chiefs never got a call. Everybody gets a call. All right. There's a lot of back and forth on Twitter. I was just trying to find some comparable stuff. And automatically, people got to bring Tom Brady into the mix. Like, oh, Tom Brady used to yell at people. Yeah, but it wasn't like that. All right. Let's see. Oh, and the memes were just great. This one really simple, but just does the trick, and it's timely. So
What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry! What, are you gonna cry now? Come on, cry!
dirt, absolute dirt, but reigns truth. So yeah, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs definitely taking a step back this week, not even with the loss. I don't even think the loss was that bad. It was just how they reacted. It was a lot worse than it really seemed. And that's not to let the Eagles off the hook either, trying to pretend like you didn't get your ass whooped by the Dallas Cowboys. And now we have to hear about it until you guys meet again. Because even though Dallas fans aren't as bad as Philly fans, you're right up there in the annoying power rankings for top fan bases. But yeah, truth hurts, Chiefs and Mahomes. You're on borrowed time. I don't know if it's gonna be a repeat in Kansas City this year. But we love the NFL here. Obviously, we got the power rankings coming up, and we got the week 15 schedule breakdown. But the NBA, once again, making an appearance on the Fresh Cookies NFL kickoff show, specifically Draymond Green. This dude, I don't even know. Look, I'm not all one for suspending NBA players for physical play. Draymond getting 5 games for his, I just want to pronounce this dude's name right. For his swinging on Yusef Nurkic. I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw it, I thought it was Devin Booker. I thought the league might have kicked Draymond out. But what does the league do with Draymond at this point? I mean, I don't want to see him kicked out because, to be honest, he's kind of unique. I kind of, I don't know. I think it's different. I don't know. I can say, once you get to professional status, I think regardless of whatever sport you play, it's just a whole different ball game. But I can say, seeing firsthand the way basketball players and football players interact, I'll definitely say there's a little more respect factor when it comes to football, and I just think that's purely based off of you will get your shit rocked if you don't step correct. So Draymond, I feel like he sort of backs up that, that enforcer type role, but at the same time, it's kind of sneaky. All right. Kind of sneaky, kind of like Pearl Harbor. Um, and here I'm about to pull up some I'm gonna pull up the clip from the Draymond incident, but somebody on X, formerly known as Twitter, has taken the liberty of showing us some Draymond Green highlights. So let me just add. So, poll question. Do you guys think this will be Draymond's last year? Does the league force him to somehow exit? Does he get fed up? Do the players just get a meeting and they're like, hey, I don't want this guy kicking me in the balls no more. I don't want him stepping on my gut. But you guys, let's play some Draymond Green highlights and just let me know in the comments. Will this be Draymond Green's last year? And if not, what's a solution to making Draymond cut this shit out? But here's some Draymond Green highlights. And this is the hit on Youssef. Oh my goodness. Now he tried to say that he said he was trying to sell the flop here. My man, the only thing that flopped was Youssef's face. Come on. I know we got some professional fighters that be chiming in every once in a while. What do you think of this? Is this a flop or just a really, really bad hook? Come on, Jordan Poole, you can get some too. And this is originally why we brought up Draymond this year, the choking of Rudy Gobert. Honestly, Gobert deserved it. That was uncalled. Whoa. Got some pussy talk right there. Steven Adams, you can get one. In the back, in the face. Jesus. All right, that one wasn't that bad. Yeah. Draymond, the Michigan boy. And that one hurt LeBron too because they're represented by the same agent. He's just like, Scar, brother. I thought we were cool. All right. The fact that there's a whole minute of these is wild. Wow. Where was I for most of these? Where was I for most of these? And actually reminds me. All right. Damn, Youssef killed my dude. I think I took yeah, here. Let's see. Oh, you think Draymond's going to be out after this year? You think that's on his own accord? Like he's just like, screw it. I'm not playing in this whack ass league no more? Or do they force him to take a seat? Here, I'm about to pull it up. Forgot to put this in there, but Draymond Green. You think he would learn? Yeah, 5 games for Draymond. Listen, is 5 games harsh? Yeah. But given the circumstances, I can't be mad at the league for feeling this way. It's tough because I don't want to say he should have got like a 2-game. 5 games seems like a lot, but at a certain point, what's the right amount of games? What's the not right amount of games? I'd say 3. All right. I'd say 3 is a solid number. I found this interesting. But this is just some of Draymond's past here. So let me kill this. So already his second incident this year. Man. Oh, I'm sorry. I read that completely wrong. He got 5 games for the Gobert, but suspended indefinitely. Jesus. I apologize for that completely. I misread it. Indefinitely. I would say to send him. Well, let me kill this for a second. I'll put it back up there. I will say this though. In today's NBA, where load management runs rampant, I don't think suspended a dude really hits the same way it does anymore, considering there's just a lot of guaranteed money and stuff. So I think back in the day, aside from the competition, this would be a real gut punch. I really don't think anybody nowadays that gets suspended in the NBA, unless it's like a playoff game or series, really cares about missing time. I mean, you guys let me know in the chat. What do you think? Like, even though he's going to miss some time, do you really think this, you really think this bothers Draymond or any other player that gets suspended? This face, all right? This is the face of the NBA right now. Do we start the free Draymond campaign? What's the right thing to do here? But hope to see Draymond again. This would be really, really shitty for his career to just end like this. After so many good and bad memories. Do I want to see him get another ring? Hell no. It's the Celtics here, baby. And believe it or not, so we'll have to keep an ear out for what's going to happen. But yesterday, I just want to make sure I pull up the right clip here. We also had another incident involving Giannis. All right, Giannis with a crazy 64-point performance, right? 64 points, gets dropped. And then afterwards, maybe the Draymond thing just carried over and everybody was feeling some type of way. But basically, Giannis dropped 64 yesterday. All right, they're playing the Pacers. I believe this game, I just want to see. I'm just trying to take a look at the court because it looks like, yeah, this game looks like it's in Milwaukee. So after the game, if you didn't hear about this, insane. Giannis dropped 64. He wants his what do you call it? There we go. He wants the game ball for dropping the 64, right? So he goes to get the ball afterwards, and apparently it's not the same ball. All right. The Pacers kept the ball, gave it to their rookie who scored his first points. Giannis not happy. Look, afterwards, there was already a benches clearing brawl in this, involving Bobby Portis. But yeah, Giannis clearly upset. This guy from the Pacers, apparently the one that had something to do with the ball getting taken. He's trying to plead his case. Come on, bro. Y'all know what you did. But anyway, is it that crazy? I'm not sure. But for Giannis, it was because, he's saying something in Greek. No, I'm kidding. But is Draymond sparking an uprising and superstar NBA talent? And then it spilled over, into the hallway. Bucks players trying to go get the ball from the Pacers. What are you guys doing? If you're the Pacers, just give them a fake ball. That's it. Give them a fake ball. Does Giannis, does anybody on the Bucks face consequence for this? Probably not. But there's a part of me that just wanted the Pacers to be like, this is what you want? Just knife. Knife right there. Here's your ball. Bounce that shit. Nah. But we have a lot to talk about. We still have to get into the matchups from this week, and we have the power rankings coming. Honestly, the Eagles getting off kind of light this week, but they shouldn't. All right, they shouldn't. They got absolutely embarrassed by the Cowboys, and it pained. Like, I have to give the Cowboys credit because I said I didn't give them a chance. I also didn't think the Bills were going to win. So, two of my predictions that definitely didn't come true, but I will gladly give these people their flowers because they did the damn thing. Cowboys left no doubt, and the Bills, somebody else shot themselves in the foot for a change. Dak Prescott, finally winning a big game, though, so. Oh, my goodness. I just realized, too, before we start jumping into Ish, I don't know about y'all, but I have been glued, and I'm talking about when they play it on TV because it's on TV all the damn time. If I flipped it on right now, it'd probably be live. But oh, cool, even better. So I don't know if y'all been keeping up with. Damn, I thought I had it. Young Thug, the YSL, RICO charge case, crazy stuff. Somebody in the court case stabbed. So, yeah, his co-defendant in the hospital. I wanted to bring up something a little more lighthearted. That's kind of funny. But listen, the slang is changing every day. But, man, this next post is just pitiful. So, Young Thug's lawyer's trying to argue his music in court, as you do, trying to say that some of his lyrics don't mean what may be portrayed on screen, in the notepad, in the lyrics. Anyway. So, just going forward, these are some rules for 2024, going forward, listening to anything. So, for anyone not connected, swag, apparently someone who admires God. I like that. Might have to switch that up. YSL, young soldiers of the Lord. Yes, young soldiers of the Lord. This is a new one for me. I don't even know what this is. Slot, show love all the time. This next one, pretty funny. Op. So for anybody wondering what op means, overly positive pal. Make sure you say what up to all your ops out there. Slime. Seeing Lord in me every day. I could get behind that. Gang. Going above normal guys. And finally, Glock. So for anybody toting or claiming Glock in their lyrics, it really just means guarding lives, overcoming challenges knowingly. So stop the ignorance. That's what these lyrics really mean. Young Thug is for the children. Did he do it? Probably, but he's innocent until proven guilty. Crazy. Crazy. And then going back to our Where is that? Where's our thumbnail for today? Yes, besides the crybaby antics of Patrick Mahomes, Tommy DeVito, the Don Bosco kid, trained by the wonderful coach Tony Rasiopi, who's been on this show before. If you watch that episode, Coach Rasiopi, also Kenny Pickett's quarterback coach, as well as Anthony Brown, who I believe is still with the Baltimore Ravens. He's a great guy, lots of insight. We're gonna have to bring him back on the show because Kenny Pickett goes down. Steelers Nation hurting right now. Obviously, they lose to the Patriots, so obviously they're taking a step back. But, Tommy DeVito steps into this starting role, handles it well, and, Giants fans, you win like 2 games, and all of a sudden it's fuck the other guy that was in front of you. We want you now. And everybody, if you watch Monday Night Football or own a phone, everybody freaking out about his agent, who I learned is actually a Boston guy, ironically enough. And there's a bunch of memes out there. I thought this was pretty funny, though. 3 veal parms or we walk. Capiche? I'm like genuinely surprised nobody made like an Inspector Gadget joke. That is literally Inspector Gadget. But shout out to Tommy DeVito, Tommy Cutlets. Like I said, the pride of Don Bosco, the Iron Men, the Iron Maniacs, I'm sorry, are hyped. Believe me, if the Giants keep DeVito as starting quarterbacks, at starting quarterback, he's the top 5 most sold jersey in the league next year, calling it right now. All right. We got a lot of, we're going to get into these rankings for this week. Some great matchups, and we have some Christmas-ish to wrap up the show as we've been doing these last couple weeks. Christmas, about 10 days away. I don't know why that was so difficult for me to put together, but math is hard. Christmas is in 10 days. Can't believe it. I'm not gonna lie, I have to start buying shit. Did you start, or maybe you're finished with your Christmas shopping? I know I definitely got to start, so I don't know. I feel like the gift market isn't really all that this year. I haven't seen maybe I'm just out the loop because I'm not like of that age group anymore. But I haven't seen no like real hot toy where like kids are like, listen, I won't grow up to be a good person if I don't get this toy. I haven't seen nothing like that. There's no Tickle Me Elbow or Elmo or Furby or trying to think what else was like crazy that everybody wanted. Outside of like a PS5 or something. That don't count. All right. Probably the only kid that used to hate to get Legos. I'm like, give me something I have to build myself. I just want it all assembled and play with the shit once I get it. But let's get into these week 15 power rankings. No countdown this week. We're just going straight to the list. So let's get into it. Pull up my thing right here. So without further ado, the Fresh Cookies week 15 power rankings. All right. Starting at number 10, the Lions. All right. You're lacking one more and your ass is done. You're off the top 10. Broncos, you've earned it, but you beat the Chargers without Justin Herbert. So let's relax a little bit. All right. You're up here because you did beat the Chiefs. All right. You did beat the Chiefs. so I have to give you some type of credit. But to beat a Justin Herbertless Chargers team, but have to get you on the top 10 because circumstances. I'll get into it. Anyway, the Dolphins coming in at number 8. All right. I see holes in your ship. All right. I see holes in your ship, but like I said, second best offense in the league, right behind the 49ers, in my opinion. All right, the Buffalo Bills. You were off, but you know what? You're still a pretty good team. Thanks for making the Chiefs implode. For that, you get a 7 spot. And look, even though they lost the Rams and the Ravens, giving us arguably the top regular season game of the year, great finish. Could have went either way. I'm a big Matthew Stafford fan, so more power to you. Number 5, the Chiefs. Yeah, keep crying. You've had yours. You've had yours. That's it. It's over. Number 4, Philly. Ain't nothing special about them. Got beat by the Cowboys. By default of the bragging rules, do I think the Eagles probably are better than the Cowboys? Yeah, but for bragging rights' sake, they're both good teams. The Cowboys won, so they get the 3rd spot. All right. Dak Prescott doing great. Looked like I've heard Dak MVP consideration in the past, but this year more than ever, with all the injuries we've had, Dak Prescott, believe it or not, I can't believe I'm saying this, is a legit MVP candidate. Do you guys think Dak has a shot at winning an MVP this year? And is it because of all the injuries we've seen so far that he's just going to be left by process of elimination? Even though I think Christian McCaffrey should get the MVP. That's another story, though. Anyway, moving on from the Cowboys, the Ravens. Well, look who jumped the line. I see you, Lamar. They've earned it, though. And the 49ers, we get it. You're the teacher's pet. Still number 1 in the league. All right, so here's the rankings. Here was last week. All right. Also, Santa making some changes. So yeah, the Rams in the 10 spot last week. The Packers, they were on the list. They lost to the Giants though in dramatic fashion on Monday Night Football with Tommy Cutlets. It's really hard, I think, to gain momentum back after that, even though they did beat the Lions. So yeah, the Rams jump up big. Packers, you're out. The Lions dropping down to 10. They lost to the Bears embarrassingly, by the way. Texans losing CJ Stroud and ultimately losing to the Jets. Just not a good look. We said this when Trevor Lawrence went down last week and they lost again. So Jaguars definitely off the top 10 until further notice. But Texans without CJ Stroud, I don't see it happening, bro. That's why they got the axe and they got absolutely embarrassed by the Jets. And it's tough to say embarrassed because we did not have high expectations for the Texans this year. But these last 3 weeks, let's face it, we've been on their piece. So, like I said, the Cowboys making the jump all the way to the 3rd spot. Like I said, that Eagles win, though. This might be our biggest shakeup of the entire season. And I really thought this was so far the best week of NFL football we had seen so far. So yeah, Cowboys, they jumped up big. So did the Ravens. The Ravens are super impressive. I'm always going to have some type of feelings towards them for just the great battles New England always had with them. But nonetheless, I got to give them credit. And Lamar Jackson, he's also an MVP candidate. Dolphins, yeah, they lost to the Titans, bro. That was a tough one. That was a good-ass game, I must say, from the Titans. That was crazy. But yeah, you can't be losing on Monday night. They get dropped back. Obviously, the Chiefs and the Eagles losing in ridiculous fashion in 2 different circumstances. The Chiefs, like I said, if you saw the graphic, crying all the way home. Eagles, did they even show up? And the 49ers, they'll stay exactly where they are. But yeah, won't keep this up too much longer. But here's a look at 14, and here's 15. So the Broncos, I believe the Broncos are the only team making, well, actually, the Broncos making their first appearance of the year in the Fresh Cookies top 10 power rankings. But here's what it's looking like. And just looking at the schedule here, we're definitely going to have some shakeups. But for the most part, we might be looking at the same thing. All right, so kill that. Let me know what you guys think of the power rankings. Maybe some input. I will say, on the outside looking in, the one team I could say on the outside looking in, definitely, and I it's even crazy to consider this with everything they've gone through, with all the injuries and everything. The Browns, Joe Flacco. Holy shit, this guy's still going, still pretty good too. Ooh, the Dak. I don't want to call this hate. No shot, but definitely a candidate. That's fair. That's fair. But yes, no, not that one either. No. Man, this whole thing just. All right, that's it. That's it. That's the one I wanted. Oh my god. But yeah, Browns are definitely on the outside looking in, but we're going to start getting into the week 15 stuff. All right? Um so starting with, pull this up real fast. All right. Yep. So let's start out with tonight. All right. You don't have to watch this one, but Chargers Raiders. And like I said, do we really need to watch this one? I don't think so. Without Justin Herbert, let's face it, the Chargers, they've had such a good team. So why are you so bad? Probably because you're coaching. Like I said, I was a big Anthony Lynn fan. And to let that guy go and see what the team has turned into is just it's sad. All right. Because when Anthony Lynn was there, I thought you know, I thought that was the best shot that the Chargers would have. All right. Not the case though. They're losing to literally everyone. I mean, hey, they almost beat the Patriots. I mean, they did beat the Patriots. We almost beat them. But they're not very good. The Raiders, they're problematic. They were cool for like a second after they beat who's his face? they fired Josh McDaniels and won a game. So, they're amazing, I guess, by default. But I'm probably not even gonna watch this game betting wise. I definitely ain't betting on this game. And I have Josh Jacobs going for the running back spot, so you know, it is what it is. I will say this though, the Chargers are a much better team. There's no other way to put it. They're just so damn dumb. I'm just gonna take the Raiders in this one. All right. Raiders. Vikings, Bengals. And let me just say this before I start going off. It is hard. It is difficult. Okay. It is difficult to watch the NFL this season for the simple fact of we just have a lot of store brand superstars, it feels like. All right. Every starting quarterback is out. I pull this up right here. Automatically, when the season starts, you're thinking Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow. Not the case. These fools didn't even make it through half the season and they were done. But they're damn sure everywhere. And I'll say that I really don't see Joe Burrow on a lot of commercials. So it's just a shame that he went down. But Vikings, Bengals, I remember, believe, if I'm not mistaken, let me see. Oh, yeah, I forgot. It was that awful, awful. I say, how could I forget? But honestly, how could I remember is what I should be saying. But yeah, so they had that pitiful. I don't even want to feel like bringing up the stats. They had that pitiful 3-0 game versus the Raiders. 3-0. All right, I went to the Patriots game when they played the Giants and lost. What was it? Was like 10-7, and that shit was rough. A 3-0 game though. Come on, Josh Dobbs got pulled in this one for Nick Mullins. All right, a combined. Like I said, I'm not a mathematician, but that's looking like 200, less than 200 yards of passing offense from two professional quarterbacks. All right, Alexander Madison, just an absolute lead balloon for my franchise this year. Um, just want to make sure I had a little issue, but yeah, just the Vikings, they're not it ain't it, bro. It ain't it. So just going back to the matchup, Vikings, Bengals. Do you have to watch this one as well? I mean, I wouldn't. Seems like the season's pretty much done for both these mofos. Why is this not? Can you guys still hear me out there? Yeah, I'll say y'all still in here. I don't know why the F it was acting so weird. Sorry. I just had a Okay, good. I had a little technical difficulty, if you will. So sorry. I was just kind of rambling right there. Yeah, I don't like this matchup at all. I would take I take a Jamar Chase touchdown in this one though. Jake Browning. Surprise what this guy has done. All right, moving along. Two other franchises without their starting quarterbacks, but let's face it, the Colts, Gardner Minshew's your quarterback. All right, stop with this BS. I love what Anthony Richardson brought, but I don't know. I'd rather just stick with Minshew. He's experienced. He has charisma. He has character. All right. It's a lot to ask of someone to just bring character with them. And this guy brings character everywhere he goes. The Steelers taking a step back last week. Mitch Trubisky. Let me say this. For someone who was high on Mitch Trubisky coming out of UNC, I fell on the sword for this man when he was in Chicago, and I thought, listen, it's Chicago. It's a tough place to play in general. But after witnessing these these 2 weeks alone, I've watched him play on the Steelers since he's been there. Man, I would never call for anybody's job but Mitch, even though he ran in the touchdown. That was rough to watch, man. That was rough. The Steelers, obviously, Kenny Pickett is their quarterback of the present and the future, but what do they do for backups next year? All right, so I want to ask the Steeler fans that. Do you want to see them release both Mitchell and Mason Rudolph? Do you not really care about Mason Rudolph and you let him stay and you just get rid of Mitch? Who's your backup of the future? Do you bring back somebody like a Joshua Dobbs? Does Joshua Dobbs get a starting job somewhere else? But the Steelers, like I said, they're coming off a loss, and they're playing a not very good Colts team. They're both 7-6. Let's just see the Colts just got beat by the Bengals. And I'll pull up their schedule right here. Yeah, not like I wouldn't say it's their worst season. And the fact that I'm looking at this right now, and they have wins over the Texans and the Ravens. The Texans one, I guess, isn't really that impressive. Like I said, we didn't really expect a lot out of them. The Jaguars beat them twice, so automatically that's gonna knock you down. Browns just beat them, I believe. I want to say that was the game Deshaun went down. They beat us. Like I said, we ain't shit. We held them to 10 points. Yeah, so the Steelers really are their worlds apart, I feel like. But now with the quarterback issue, they're really on equal playing field. I want to say the Steelers show some heart and get the damn thing done, though. I got too much stuff open. That's always the worst when you're like trying to find shit. You realize, oh, that's why everything's all messed up because I got 15 tabs open and 3 of them are Gordon Ramsay Kitchen Nightmare compilations. Okay, both need to go, but if they have Mason and they don't use him, then something has to be wrong. Boy probably never recovered from that helmet hit from Myles Garrett. It'd be like that. But to stay not long-winded, I'm going to take the Steelers in this one. Show some pride and win a dang game without Kenny Pickett, all right? Clear, and this is honestly one of the best things for Kenny Pickett because it shows how much they really need him. And shout out to that defense. Like I said, top 5 all year long. The fact that they lost to the Patriots does not really say anything to the defense. I think the offense was shook to begin with, but Steelers. Broncos Lions. This is awesome. This is a great matchup. Should be a good game. I say that, and the Broncos will probably blow them out. But the Lions, they need a win. All right. We were on board with them to start the year, but now that we're so late, it's time to get to business. Are you standing on business? Broncos going into Detroit territory. They already lost their home opener to a pretty good Seahawks team. Can the Broncos go on the road and get the job done? I want to give Detroit this game, but for some reason, momentum's sake just says that Denver is the one hitting their stride right now. So I'm going to go with Denver for this one. Giants Saints, like I said, New York Giants revitalized. They're all over TV, get their Monday night game, even though they're eliminated from the playoffs. But hey, we'll just take off the Patriots and the Chiefs for the Eagles and the Seahawks, which I'm glad they took off that game now. You know why? Because it's pretty fucking interesting. Hope you're happy, NFL. All right. Chiefs on the downward. Patriots were in the toilet, but last week gave us a little bit of momentum. If Zappy beats the Kansas City Chiefs, it's a wrap. And not RIP, he ain't dead, but it's sad to see Malik Cunningham go. The rookie out of Louisville, he's off to Baltimore to back up Lamar Jackson, another Louisville quarterback. So I'm sure they got some great connection there. Sure, they've met before. It's sad to see a guy like that go, though. You never know what things could have been. I always thought he was a little undersized, but the speed, it's got to be something that catches your attention. But going back to these fools, yeah, the Giants, they're all hyped up. The Saints, they're still winning. Saints are still winning. Well, I don't want to say still because I'm pretty sure they lost the week before that, but they're still in pretty good shape. It's a shame for them because they have I feel like they have such a fundamentally sound team, and they just don't have a definite cue. I like Jameis Winston back there more personally. But Derek Carr, I guess he's getting it done. They beat the Panthers 28-6, and Carr 18-26 passing for just over 100 yards, 2 touchdowns, and an interception. I mean, it's not like Kamara and Williams were getting 100 yards each. They both had pretty average days. So I think they only won this one because the Panthers are so damn bad. But like I said, I'm not one to call for jobs, but they got to move on from Derek Carr. This dude blows. Can the Giants keep up the heat? This will be a great test for Tommy going into a hostile environment. I'm going to give the home crowd to the Saints, though. So I'm going to go New Orleans in this one. All right, moving along. Bears, Browns. The Bears feeling themselves. All right. They took down the Lions, who are, beloved by America for the most part. Can they keep it up against this streaking Browns team? No, because I think, Joe Flacco somehow he's giving Cleveland hope. All right. He's giving Cleveland hope. And, they're looking all right. Like I said, top 5 defense in the league this year. They lose, not Kareem Hunt. They lose Nick Chubb. Awful. Then they lose Deshaun Watson. It's looking like things are over. No, they sign old ass Joe Flacco, the pride of the University of Delaware. Go Blue Hens. And he's doing all right. So the Bears may have shocked people with beating down the Lions last week, but I don't think that carries over into the Cleveland game. So I'm going with the Browns this week. And I'll take a Cooper touchdown. Falcons, Panthers. I'm just going to go ahead and cross this one right out. Panthers, they're probably going to be the number 1 pick right in front of the Patriots this year. Not working out with Coach Frank Reich. I don't know if it's going to work out with this guy. They might need to do an entirely new facelift, and I think next year is going to be really proving for Bryce Young. With that being said, I'm going to go with the Falcons in this one. Poor Adam Thielen. You could always come to New England. Probably wouldn't be much better for you. Buccaneers, Packers. This is okay. The Packers have played some good football these last couple weeks. Didn't work out for them last week. On Monday night. Tampa Bay was good to start the year, and then we kind of realized they were playing bad teams. So Baker Mayfield, though, I think he's locked up a starting quarterback job for himself there, if not until next year when they draft somebody else. But I could see Baker, if he doesn't stay with Tampa, Baker going to say maybe I don't know what Minshew's contract is looking like, but I could see Baker maybe going to the Colts if they're really not that high on Minshew. Also, I would say the Cardinals, but it looks like Kyler Murray's gonna stay there at least until his rookie contract is up. If I had to say anyone, this would be a media nightmare for him. But if Aaron Rodgers was gonna miss time next year, I could see Baker going to the Jets. That would be insane. I do think the Packers are a little bit better than the Bucks, though. They're at Lambeau, so I'm going to go with the Pack. All right. I like an Aaron Jones touchdown. Jets, Dolphins. We know what to expect from this. The Dolphins should win, but hey, it's an AFC East matchup, so anything could happen. I expect the Dolphins to win in this one, but I think the Jets are going to make this a game, believe it or not. So I'll go with the Dolphins. 6 points. 6+, I mean. All right, Chiefs, Patriots. And one of the rare occasions, like I said, I just went to the Pats Giants game. Not the greatest football I've watched, but I will be in attendance for when Kansas City comes to New England. All mad. Does the dynasty fold in Foxborough? I could only hope. How do we beat the Chiefs? Just show up. All right. The pressure's on them. We know we ain't that good this year. But when your back's up against the wall, sometimes you only know how to swing. Luckily, our back's been up against the wall. It's pretty much done. There's no more wall. But listen, despite the season we've had, I'm going to pull up our schedule right here. The defense really has not been that bad. All right. Like I was talking about that Colts game, 10-6 pitiful, but in actuality, if our offense wasn't inept, 10 points, really not that bad. So I know you guys yearn for Patriots talk on here. That's why I give it to you. But yeah, besides these two mishaps, not that bad. All right, not that bad. We didn't hold the Dolphins to shit, but like I said, held the Colts to 10 points, held the Giants to 10 points the next week. We held these fools to 6 points. So the defense not that bad. I would say, it's pretty much pointless to rush. I would say it's pretty much pointless to rush Patrick Mahomes because he rarely ever gets sacked. But this year more than ever, he looks very vulnerable. So how did the Chiefs beat the Patriots? Just play some sound defense, run that rock, Zeke not doing a bad job, and just have confidence in Zappy. You already know where I'm going with this prediction, but I hope it could go one of two ways. All right. Either the Chiefs are super pissed off and they just kick us while we're down and blow us the fuck out, or some of that dark voodoo still lingering, and the Chiefs get one of our, Chiefs Pats always a good matchup. So I think we should get a good game, and I hope so. I'm gonna be there watching Pats all day. Texans, Titans feeling themselves. Texans with a straight up gut punch, not having CJ. Let me make sure CJ's out. Pretty sure he is, but I just want to make sure. Everybody talking about that MetLife turf. It's a killer. Guess what? You hit your head on any surface, the shit hurts. So don't give me that. Don't give me that. I'm going to go with the Titans in this one, though. They have Derrick Henry and Will Levis. Will Levis. Holy shit. Talk about, I know he didn't start right out the gate, but could be a close second right behind CJ Stroud for Rookie of the Year. 49ers, Cardinals. Really? I think it's just a matter of how much are the 49ers going to win this one by. I still think they'll win it by like 2 touchdowns. I think it's just an okay game for them. I don't think they do tremendous. I don't think they do bad. I think it's just business as usual. But yeah, I don't see George Kittle scoring in this one. I say that he probably will now, but George Kittle, I think he has either 2 or 3 touchdowns this year, and they were both in that game versus Dallas, I want to say. I don't know. Don't expect a George Kittle touchdown, though. 49ers taking care of business as usual. Commanders, Rams. The Commanders, I feel like, get good games all year round, and then they just don't win them. I feel like they're in every single game. Every time I turn on, that's the team that's playing. The Rams, really impressive so far. Puka, Akua, and then Cooper Kupp. Well, Puka could definitely be in consideration for Rookie of the Year. He stepped up big. And then Matt Stafford. And, solid defense. Still got Aaron Donald. And as much criticism as I give Sean McVay, he's a Super Bowl winning coach. So, got to be doing something right. Listen, it should be the Rams. And that's who I'm going to go with. So, I think another great performance. And then looking forward to the Rams. Who do they take on next week? They're going to play the Saints, the Giants, and then the Niners to wrap up the year. So, will be interesting. Sorry, I didn't realize I still had this up there. I'm bugging. Wow. Game of the week. Game of the week. It is. We're starting to get these primetime matchups right, and then things like this happen. The Ravens, Jaguars. Listen, if Trevor Lawrence goes in that Jaguars game, that's still a good matchup. And then Eagles, Seahawks. You know what? I take that back. We're probably going to see Lawrence and Lamar Jackson face off. So anyway, Cowboys, Bills. This will be a true test of character for the Cowboys as well. Sure, you beat probably the best team in the league, but can you beat another good team? And the same goes for the Buffalo Bills. All right, I was counting them out. They showed a lot of heart against the Chiefs, and like I said, it counts for something, despite the AFC East rivalry. As we were just talking about, Dak could be an MVP year for him. Do they have enough to get it done? Yes. I think both teams have enough weapons to get it done. It just seems like the Cowboys are gelling a little more right now. And the Bills just escaped that game last week. So, because I had to pick both of them last week to win to prove something, can't do that this week. I am going to go with the Bills at home. Can't believe I'm saying that. But yes, I'm going to go with the Bills at home, even though I think the Cowboys are a better team unit. Ravens, Jaguars. This will be a big test for Trevor Lawrence. Can he get it done? Not sure. Lamar's going home to Florida. He's going to have some fans up there. Jaguars trending in the wrong direction right now. I don't know if the Trevor Lawrence injury is something they can recover from, but like you said, you saw the power rankings were super high on the Ravens here, and the Jaguars are nowhere to be found because they've been descending. All right, descending these last couple weeks. I'm going to stay true and just go with the Ravens. And now the new Monday night game that, let's face it, it's not even that good. Chiefs and Pats would have been way better. But Eagles and Seahawks facing off. I was mad high on the Seahawks to start the year lately. They're not looking too good, but I still think they're a formidable opponent. Eagles got a lot to prove, bro. They just lost 2 weeks in a row to pretty good teams. Even if they win this week, you know, I don't want to say the Seahawks aren't a great opponent, but it just, they got Geno Smith and shit. They're probably, I would assume they're probably going to make different moves next year at the quarterback spot. But yeah, the Eagles will face the Seahawks. They'll get basically a bye. No, they got it. I forgot. I saw somewhere after this week the Eagles have the easiest wrap up to the season. But man, if the Giants could pull out, this would be amazing on Christmas. But if the Giants could pull out one of these wins, that would be incredible. And just when it comes to the standings, huh? Man, if the I mean, considering the Cowboys have beat the shit out of the Giants twice this year, right? I believe they have. Yeah, the Cowboys, honestly, they got a pretty tough end to the year. But yeah, the Giants beat the Eagles. That's huge. That's huge. I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this one, though. All right, I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this one. I think they bounce back, and who knows? Maybe they win out, maybe they don't. But it could definitely affect, playoffs. So that was our Week 15 previews. Man, I can't believe I'm saying Week 15 already. I was just looking at the Week 1 stuff, and we just come a long way. And I really appreciate everybody that keeps jumping in here. That's new every single week. Like I said, I appreciate y'all like and subscribe. Tell somebody to tell somebody. I love doing these segments, and let me know what you're looking for out there. I mean, I'll see if I can accommodate it to the show, but I'm always open to new ideas for segments and things of that nature. So, you know what I'm saying? We always try to keep it lighthearted and also give y'all some information while you're here. I love making graphics like this. And it's all for y'all. It's all for y'all. I really enjoy jumping in here every single week. And before we go, it's time for one of your favorite segments. It's time. Hold on, let me cue it up so I'm not like a spaz. Oh, where are you? One more here. And you can look out. We're going to have some new segments coming your way in the upcoming months. Don't know if I'm going to start it after the Super Bowl or not. Maybe Super Bowl week, but we are going to have some actual cookie reviews on here. Not football related, just for y'all. Let me make sure I have this on here. Got that. Got that. All right. It looks like we are ready to go. So Appreciate it. Appreciate it. We love to have fun here. Shout out to Johnny Depp, too. All right. When are we going to see you back as Jack Sparrow? But I'm glad y'all like the stuff. But it's time for your new favorite segment. And of course, I just had this. Here we go. It's time for your new favorite segment before we get out of here. Where you at? Oh, that's why. Yeah, like I said, your new favorite segment. Duh. Okay. Fresh cookies, Christmas-ish. Have you been good? Hell no. But we got a couple more lists for you. All right, like I said, football, Christmas, less than 2 weeks away. We got some Christmas cookie rankings. Y'all let me know. What's your favorite Christmas cookie? I'll have a more definitive answer next week, but the blue tin butter cookies, how do you go wrong with those? Coming in at number 10, and you guys let me know in real time what your thought is on this. But coming in as the number 10 ranked cookie of the Christmas season, gingerbread. Do I like gingerbread? Yeah, but I can only have like one. I don't know. I feel like gingerbread cookies are sort of just thicker graham crackers, and I'll kill some graham crackers, but the gingerbread, maybe it's the molasses, just weighs you down. But I feel like 10's a little high for a gingerbread cookie. Next, snickerdoodles. Oh man. These things are good whenever. A freshly baked snickerdoodle, like I said, seems pretty high up on the list. Shortbread, seems like a personal choice. Shortbread cookies, obviously the redheaded stepchild of the Girl Scout season. Nobody wants shortbread. Spritz cookies. I wonder, are these the joints that got the jelly in the middle? If so, count me out. These could be the blue tin ones, so I don't want to shit on them. But after some further and thumbprint cookies. I think these shits are overrated. I only eat these if they're at someone's house and we've been out having a few cocktails, you know what I'm saying? But thumbprint cookies, try again. I don't even know what the hell this is. Anise Pizzelli? Any of my Italians out there, feel free to chime in. But is this good? It looks pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like this is what the Illuminati makes you eat before your first meeting. Is it good? Says it's a lighter alternative. Until further notice, I don't know what this is. Chocolate peppermint cookies, barf. Everywhere I go and I'm looking for anything holiday, it's always peppermint. Stop with the peppermint, bro. All right. Mint chocolate is a hard ask for me as it is, but peppermint definitely ain't it. Linzer cookies, no. Nah. Just no. Not even gonna get into it. Biscotti, no. These are my old people cookies. Classic sugar cookies. Yeah, you can't go wrong with that. I have to do some further investigations, but this cookies list, not it. You guys let me know. We got a couple more lists here. Here's another one. All right. The worst Christmas food trends of all time. And if you watch the Thanksgiving episode, I'm just gonna put give me a second right here. The friggin' green bean casserole. It's a no-go for me. Give me a second. Yeah, the green bean casserole for me is already a no. Let's see. Figgy pudding. I only know it from the song. If anybody ever brought this shit to my house, it's getting thrown right in your face. I'm speechless looking at this. Did I just read a party meatloaf? Oh, no. No, it's still a party loaf. So it's like basically a triple decker cake. I hope that's not an olive on top. That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe somebody actually showed up with that. Candy canes. Eh. Frosty Slaw, man. Now y'all just playing with me. I'd never seen nobody make this. That's nightmare fuel. Mayonnaise is bad enough, but a Frosty Slaw, man. Man, that better been some like Great Depression ish. Nobody better be eating this past like 1950. It's horrible. A hostess tree. I feel like I would like this. I've been lied to my entire life. Oh, wait. Oh, this shit has Oscar Mayer deli meats on there. No, thank you. I thought this was like, like Twinkies and Ho-Hos and Ding Dongs and shit like that, which I don't even like that much, but still. Mince pie. I've always wanted to try one of these. So anybody out there that's actually had them, let me know. Fruitcake. The name speaks for itself. No. Candle salad. How do you make that? It says just showcasing bananas and pineapples. Kind of weird. A hot Dr. Pepper. Whoa. A hot Dr. Pepper? I might have to try that. Snow salad. So you boil pineapple juice, mayonnaise, and whipped topping. Ugh. Cranberry candles. I've seen enough of this fucking list. There's some of this ain't true. There's no way. A cranberry candle. You guys are all right. I'm gonna finish it up with some Christmas movies. All right. Our last list. I still have one more here, but I will save it because I don't want to overload y'all with the Christmas ish. It's supposed to be fun. Number 20, Home Alone. All right, this is we did the IMDb Christmas list last week from one of their staff writers. It was all right. Number 20, Home Alone coming in. It's a classic. Ice Harvest, never saw this one. 05. Happiest season. Listen, man, any Christmas movies past like 2015 need to be run through the mill with a fine-tooth comb. Never heard of this one, though, at 18. Number 17, The Nightmare Before Christmas. It's a classic. I've seen it a lot higher on a bunch of other lists. So, Lethal Weapon, 1987. I've heard of Die Hard, but not Lethal Weapon. Is there even a... I guess there is a shootout at Christmas. But does that classify it as a Christmas movie? I don't know. So far, we got like Die Hard, obviously. I'm glad somebody mentioned Batman Forever because I feel like Batman Forever is more of a Christmas movie than Die Hard. And now we have Lethal Weapon in the mix. Interesting. I think that's Joy Noel. Yeah, I don't know. If you can't pronounce the title or it's not memorable like that, probably not that good. White Christmas. I guess it's a classic. Bing Crosby in it. Gremlins. I saw somebody else say Gremlins too. Interesting. The Shop Around the Corner says it was the inspiration for You Got Mail. It's probably good. A Christmas Story at 11. Jeez, I got to see your top 10, bro. It's like play 24 hours a day on Christmas Eve, and I still can't get enough. A Christmas Carol, 51. Like I said, where's Muppets Christmas Carol at? That's the real joint. The Apartment. I feel like I've seen this movie before. It's one of those movies that it takes place on Christmas, so I don't know if it classifies as a Christmas movie. The Holdovers, this is coming out this year. It looks good, but I don't know if it's enough to be number 8. Number 7, Die Hard, for all y'all Die Hard fans out there. Not for me. I enjoy the Die Hard franchise. I just don't like considering this a Christmas movie. The third one, my favorite, with Samuel L. Christmas Vacation at number 6. A little disrespectful. Arguably Chevy Chase's best work. It should at least go on top 5. Miracle on 34th Street, classic. Love Actually, not a big fan of movies like this, but this one does deserve to be in the top 10 for the actual Christmas lore. Elf, you can't celebrate Christmas without Elf. Still funny to this day. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, it's always going to be up there. Still never seen it. Scrooge. I'm actually happy to see that. I love Scrooge. Just started watching part of it the other day again. And yeah, I'm actually pretty fulfilled with that list. You guys let me know in the comments what you think. We're still going to be counting down more Christmas-ish, but that's going to do it for this week's edition of Christmas-ish. And if you have anything else you would like to discuss or bring up, you let me know. Well, that's going to do it for week 15. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. I did. Let me know in the comments what you thought about the show. What are some of your predictions for this upcoming week? And what are some bets, maybe hot takes you have? And maybe something I didn't address on this show. But once again, thank you for tuning in. Hope you win some money this week. Hope you get together with some fam. Enjoy the remainder of the football season. Before you know it, we'll be celebrating Super Bowl champions. But that's going to do it for us. Thank you so much for tuning in. Like and subscribe. As always, I appreciate everybody in the chat and everybody that participated. And actually, before we go, I have one more thing to say. It is December 14th. In a couple upcoming soon, I just want to give a shout out. This is an old photo, but I just want to say, hold on one second, I want to do this right. Give me a second. Yeah, hold on one second. I just want to do this right. Whoa, I like this. Look at that take. I've seen the future. 49ers over the Jags. 45-20. Purdy MVP. All right. I kind of read that wrong. I thought you said Jags over 49ers. About to say, what the? Purdy MVP. I don't know. He's got a pretty stacked team around him. Is he the most valuable player on that team, you think? Not on that team, believe it or not. So I don't know if I can give him the league MVP. Like I said, Christian McCaffrey, though, that's my league MVP. But you know how it is. They got to give it to the Q. But before we get out of here, like I said, I've been BSing, but I just want to say, I don't know if she's in here watching, but I would just like to say happy birthday to one of our most loyal listeners and one of my favorite people, my sister, Lizzie P. Sagittarius and whatnot. I just want to say happy birthday to my only sister. I love you, and I look forward to seeing you soon for the holidays. So I hope you have a wonderful, happy birthday. And like I said, I love you very much. Oh man, we got some Madden talking here. Okay. Interesting. I didn't even buy the Madden this year. I remember I think I had an issue with last year's copy. I got it and then the shit just wasn't working, but Madden has just become so much more difficult. I'm more of an NFL 2K5 guy with Brian Urlacher on the cover, but yes, happy birthday to Lizzie P. And once again, thank you for everybody tuning in. Like I said, hope you win some money. But as always, thank you for stopping by. I'm Nery Rodriguez, and you already know it's fresh cookies. Peace.